Naija YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. I really appreciate you guys a whole lot for subscribing to my YouTube channel, for following me on all of my various social media platforms. I appreciate you guys a whole lot. So if you are new to my channel, if you have not subscribed already, I would appreciate if you hit on the subscribe button and then also hit on the bell to get an update whenever I upload a new video. So that's just like basically the essence of hitting on that bell. Okay guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to actually make a Canadian smoking. So I've come out with another new design. So this the design that I'm going to be making today is the zigzag design. It is a very beautiful design. So I saw it, I said I was not going to make another video of a Canadian smoking, but immediately I came across this design. Wow, it looks so lovely. So today I'm going to share with you, for those that actually don't know how to do this, how to do it. It's really simple and it is easy, and Canadian smoking is trendy right now. You can use them for various patterns, for your dresses, for sleeves, for a cut and replace. So you could actually use them for so many things. Okay guys, so you can follow me on all of my various social media platforms, on Instagram, on Facebook, and then on Pinterest at Stylish Naija. So most times I usually share illustrations. I'll just share the link there, so you can, from there you can get notifications of my videos also. And then for those of you that want to visit our website, so you can visit stylishnaija.com. so you have various styles, and then you would just visit stylishnaija.com. That's just like basically the truth, and I tell you, you are going to love that website. So okay, let's just get started. Yeah, okay guys, so you could see I've already marked out my box here for my sleeve. So for this, if you want to do one sleeve, depending on how big you actually want your sleeve to be, you can actually use what I actually have here is about half yard. I have about 25 inches. So that's just literally what I have here. I have 25 inches round. So for a sleeve, if you want to make a sleeve that is not too big, you can actually use this measurement. But if you want to make a bogus sleeve, you can use as much as 1 yard of fabric. So quickly, before we continue, I'm just going to use a piece of paper to mark out the design for you on my pattern, on this pattern paper. So with that, it will be easy. You understand more what it is, what is here. So for this, you could decide to use, so actually what I have here is about 2 inches. My box is 2 inches. That's 2 inches here, 2 inches here. So I just square them 2 inches. You can decide to use 1.5 inches. It's still going to be okay. So after squaring, so I'm just going to use this piece of paper like this, so it will be more obvious. After squaring, here is for this zigzag pattern. Here's what you are going to do. You are going to start from the first line here. That's the first column rather. You're just going to mark like this to this side, so you see it is facing my right hand side, and then you're going to skip one box and then you mark the second one. So for this, I actually don't have much, so I'm just going to, so you are going to skip this next row, and then for this other side it's going to face like this. So you're going to like face this part like this, and then you're going to skip this, and then this also you're going to come like this. So they're just literally going to keep crisscrossing and facing each other. So that is what at the end will give you that zigzag pattern. Then the third row, you're going to skip this third row also, and then what you have here, you're going to start repeating on this part like this also, and then you repeat this. So let's just do directly on our fabric so you understand what I'm just trying to explain to you. So you see the first one I have here, this is like the first line. You're just going to keep coming like this, like this, like this, like this. You're skipping this, you skip this, you do this, and then you skip this. And then the next row, I'm going to skip the entire next row, and then I'm going to start from this column now. This is going to start coming this way. So from this next box, I'm just going to face it like this. Let both of them face each other, and then you remember this skip. I'm going to come here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to skip this also, and then I'm going to do this. And then we're going to skip this, we'll come to this, and then you skip this also, just the same way we're skipping. You skip this also, and then you're going to come to this like this. and then we're going to skip this entire row again, and then the next row we're going to start coming like this. The same thing we did here, you're just going to repeat it like this, and then you skip this just the same way we skip. You're going to skip the next box, and then this one is coming like this also. Just what we have here, you're going to repeat it, and then what we have here, you're repeating it here also. So you skip this, and then you come to this line. You're going to skip this also, and then we'll come to this line, and then we'll skip this next row. So the next row now, we're going to skip this next row, and then we're going to start facing this way again like this. It is really simple, this zigzag pattern. You skip this, you skip this, and then we're going to leave this one, and then we're going to skip this entire row, and then we're going to start facing this way. Now you start facing this way, just be backing each other, you understand? Let me just use that word. Let the lines just be backing each other. This comes like this again, and then this comes like this, this comes like this, and then this, and then you skip this. So this next last row is going to start facing this one like this now. So this one is going to come like this now. So let it run from one line to another. This one, let it run like this, and then let this one run also just the same way. And then you skip this, it comes like this. You skip this, it comes like this. So at the end of the day, we're done. So the next thing, I'm going to get my needle and thread. So I'm just going to get my needle and thread. So normally you're supposed to use a very matching thread to do this, but because I want you to see it very clearly, I don't want the thread to just camouflage with what I'm doing. So I'm going to use a thread that is not matching. But normally, if you are doing this, you should use a thread that is this color. So here's what you are going to do. You're just going to take the tip of your needle and thread, and then you're going to pick just from this point like this. That's the edge of your square. It's really simple. Just pick your square like this, and then once you pick it up this way, and then you're just going to pick the second one like this. You're going to pick the second one. This is actually how I normally do mine. I'll just take both of them like this, and then I will pull them together like this. Just pull them together. Because I'm using a double thread, so I can decide to tack it just once. I can decide to tack it just once because my thread is double, so it is firm already. But if you are using a single thread, you can decide to do it at like 2 times or 3 times, and then you continue. I will pick this point like this also, and then most times I'll just pick both of them at once like this. See, both of them, I'll just pick them, and then the next thing. So this one is just like a very simple way and fast way of doing this, and then I would just pick both of them again together like this, and then I'll pass my needle through. So after passing it through, just like I've tied it, so you see it is firm because my thread is double. It is firm. I'll just cut, and then I will continue with the next one again. Just pick. You actually don't need to pull it out, just pick both of them together at once. Just pick. So you just pick both of them together like this, and then from that same spot you pick them, and then you can just do this. So in case you're having great luck there, you just pull. because my thread is double, it is firm, so I'll just cut it out. I'll go over like this. I'll pick, and then I will just pick both of them at once, because if you are going to be doing a very big sleeve, you actually don't need to be wasting so much time. Just pick both of them at once, and then you knot it like this, and then you are good to go. So I'm going to do this one now. So at the end of the day, we're going to form this. So you pick both of them like this also. So I'm going to go over now to the next row. So this is like the next row. You know, we're not touching this next row, so we're skipping it. We're going to be doing this row. So I'm just going to pick like this also. So I'm going to put both of them, and then I'll tie them together. So I'm just going to continue like this. I'll go ahead and then finish it up, and then I'll come and show you what it's going to look like. Just keep, what you need is just for you to get the pattern. So once you got the pattern right, the tacking is really simple. So I'm just going to keep continuing. When I'm done, I'll come back and show you, and then I can decide if we're going to cut it into a sleeve. Let's see. So we can do that. Let me just see first. Okay guys, so this is the last one now. I'm just going to tack it like this. Okay, so we're going to turn. So you see the way the inside is looking. Wow. So you see the front. You see how beautiful it is looking. Wow. So it looks so beautiful. You can see the waves. You can see the waves. It's just like this, like this, like this. See all of our waves. So guys, I'm just trying to use my hand to arrange it properly. So it is sitting perfectly well. So I'm just trying to adjust it properly so for you to see, so you could see the wave. It came out so beautifully well, as in really beautifully well. Okay guys, so thank you so much. So if you find this video illustration helpful, I would appreciate if you hit on the subscribe button if you have not subscribed, and then hit on the like button to make me know you appreciate what I did. So for instance, this is an off-shoulder sleeve pattern. If I'm going to cut out an off-shoulder sleeve now with this, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to fold this like this into two. So you see, I'm just going to fold it like this, and then I'm going to take my off-shoulder pattern. I'm going to place it like this here, and then I'm going to just cut it out. So at the end of the day, I'm going to have a very beautiful off-shoulder sleeve. So you can, all you are going to do, just cut out your sleeve on a pattern, and when you are done, after creating out your any design of your choice, creating out this zigzag design, you're just going to place it like this, and then you cut it out. So you see the zigzag pattern. It is really looking like a zigzag, really. So thank you so much, and then I'll see you in my next video. Bye. God bless you. Ciao. Bye bye.